military action. I was trying to see how, but if he's leading, if y'all don't, then there's going to be consequences. Then that means that's already on the table off top.
Yeah, Patty, I didn't like it when it was actually. I'm like you. I didn't think it was going to yield much of. I didn't think it was going to yield much of anything. I didn't think it was a smart move, and I just fundamentally think that even though Africa has those resources, the way they went about it, I just don't. I think America has too much blood on its hand when it comes to Africa. America just has too much blood, and that's a moral and ethical place that I stand, not from a not from a methodical place as far as the bits and pieces of what the Bridge Act actually did. But I'm like, when you screw over a group of people you snatched from there for 400 years, you might need to fall the hell back. Yeah, you need minerals, but you just might need to fall the hell back.
Yeah.
That might be a thought. Just in decency and in order. But if you take that off the table, I'm with you, Patty. I just didn't like it from the beginning, even though Biden did.
And see, this is the thing that y'all not. This is a diplomatic agreement. This is not a treaty. It's not a defense pact. So, like, when y'all talk about violations, this is not going to be military retaliation. But under this administration, I do think that he would use military retaliation to enforce like what they want politically and economically. Like this is the shit that we're in. And then the bad part about it is this shit is in violation of international law, because military option is not fucking automatic when it comes to self-defense. What are we defending when it comes to Article 51? Like, what are we defending? Because a peace deal violation doesn't have nothing to do with triggers of war. Like, this is confusing.
Yeah, that's why I had to read that. He said, I read verbatim what he said, so.
So I just did a quick Google search, and this is how the United States would profit. The U.S. government would secure the mineral rights, some contracts, as we know, and it says strategic access. I'm not sure what that means. But Trump would benefit because he would then operate mines. That's how he could benefit. Then there's an entity that helped facilitate the sale of the mining, that will help facilitate, I'm reading this just so you know, facilitate the proceeds from the mining assets. So that group would benefit. Of course, DRC, central government, and provinces would benefit through royalties, taxes, and infrastructure funding. Then supposedly local communities would benefit because there'd be development funds and service improvements. So that too all would benefit.
Yeah, it'll help them get a train from one mine to another so that they can work the shit out of the fucking population. That's how they would benefit. They can get to work.
That's true. Get that train up and running. And breaking news, in case you guys didn't know, I don't know how much of it is breaking news, but it is from today. Supreme Court opposed Texas age verification law for Pornhub and all these other sites. I don't know about any other sites. I know Pornhub, and you guys know the rest of them. But it says right here, Supreme Court upheld a Texas law Friday that requires all adult websites to verify the age of their users. That is so corny. All I have to do is press, yeah, I'm over 18, and proceed on to the MILFs and the, that's dumb as hell. They should be
No, we need to know the other sections you search.
There would be a better way to control this, because too many young people are watching these. It is really a problem. Are watching porno. It's just really a problem. So there has to be a way that we can do this, or either do like the other country, and I think it was it France who is forbidding Pornhub to even operate in their country. There has to be a better way.
That's the only other way. They do the same thing with cannabis, right? Because they have multiple cannabis sites, and we have to do the same age verification bullshit, right? Then everybody scrolls up, it hits yes, I'm over 18, and that's it. Because one's red, one's green. You don't even got to be able to read. You can just click the green one and go into the site. You know what I mean? So that's not going to stop anyone. The only alternative to that is kind of like those verify me sites, where you have to hold up your ID and take your live video. I mean, nobody gonna do that to watch porno. Like, nobody's about to do that. So, I don't think they have another option. It's either they let it happen this way, or nobody will do that. I would. Just kidding. He's good.
Well, that's breaking news. And if I have to hold my ID, those of us who are law-abiding citizens and, don't have sex addictions, we don't mind doing that.
They don't know all your categories, Lisa.
They gonna hack the system. They gonna hack the system so they can see what Lisa looks like before she has.
Oh, you can see what I look like before I signed up? What do you mean?
Yeah, once they hack the system, you send them live video.
Oh, that's okay. Y'all can see, like, now that I know they're gonna do that, I make sure my everything is beat. Go, oh, okay, that's her. So, yeah, I can wear with those thin, nice ones. Yeah, exactly.
Wear a Trump mask.
Hey, Lisa, I got an easier way to actually control this, but it's probably the least popular way. Parents should actually put parental controls on their kids' devices. Yeah, what you can fix this if you actually parent your kids. But I know it's unpopular because the government, everybody wants the government to take control of their kids. Everybody wants the government to parent their kids, but I don't know. I didn't have that problem because I put parental controls on my kids' devices while they're in my house, so they couldn't even look at them.
GA, let me tell you something. I had the same mindset as you, and I applaud it. So let me initiate it with that. But I want you to understand a couple things that I know you don't understand. They now have apps that are made to look like other apps, like a calculator, like just regular apps, and they are actually backdoor apps that allow you to access anything so the parent doesn't know, and you can't even see it until you put in the code. So the days of monitoring their phone and thinking those parental control apps work are gone. That's the easiest workaround in the world at this point, and these kids are very, very technology literate. So they know a lot about it. They grew up on it. You got to think about it. We encountered them midlife. They grew up on this. They are more well-versed on this than you. So they will work around that all day. There is no way, unless you're taking the phone or looking over their shoulder, that they cannot access the World Wide Web at their fingertips. It's impossible.
No. I gotta push back with that.
I know y'all ain't talking over JD. I like you, Haitian, but don't do that.
No. You don't let me fight. No, you Haitian.
You got it, JD. I don't want to get beat up about that. You got it.
Daddy, it's okay. Haitian can cut me off.
But I don't know why. Y'all stop being scared to talk because this is good. That was some good shit right there.
I'm playing Haitian. You know I love you. Not more than JD.
Yeah, I hope not. But anyway, there's 9 ways that you could protect and control what your kids are going to. Also, see the website they're going to and get alerted if they go to certain websites. Look at the thing on Tread Micro, that device that you could add on it, the plan they have. So
it literally depends on if they know what apps to download. There's apps that avoid the new ones now, man.
I know what you're saying, bro, but it also lets you know if they try to download those apps. Right?
No, but the real issue is how many devices do these kids have? You block their phone, okay, they gonna use their iPad.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? So I'm gonna tell you like this. When my kids were younger, all the devices in my house that connected to the internet, all were named. That's what I'm saying? So if someone had to come off the net, I would just click on that shit and freeze it. But also had different parameters, but they, 2 of them the same age, and the other one was different age. Had different parameters based on what they were allowed to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's better than not doing nothing or just using the bullshit that Apple gives you, because that's not really parental on Apple.
You know what I did? Basically, my son had got in trouble, and I asked him, like, did you want to get a whooping, or do you want to have your phone taken for? He chose whooping, so I took it. A whooping, yeah. I gave my kids whoopings growing up. What you talking about? I would if I had one of that age at that point. Absolutely.
Nah, don't have that conversation with Lisa.
Let me finish. So I asked him which one he'd rather. He said he'd rather the whooping. So I took his phone because I knew which one. I went the opposite because I knew exactly what he was thinking. Like, that's going to be a one and done, and I'm good to go. So I took his phone, and I kept it for the week. And then about midweek, I seen him downstairs in the dining room. He's supposed to be doing his homework, and I was in the room by the pool table, and I kind of looked around the corner. He couldn't see me. He was doing something in his lap. I kept looking around. What you doing? He's messing in his lap. You couldn't see me. So I walked in the room real quick. Hey, what you got? And nothing doing my homework. Come here. Let me check one pocket. I checked the one pocket closest to me. I'm gonna check the other pocket. He took off running for the steps. So I went and grabbed him. Some little girl that gave him a phone, and they got data and everything, and he's still doing everything he been doing. You can't just stop them. Like they will find ways around what you're trying. Like you can parent, but they still find ways.
And Gemini, you know what? Hold on for a second. I just want to respond to Gemini. Gemini, what you're saying is absolutely. I give you credit for that because my kids are 31, so it's easier to control my kids. I don't have young kids like that now. I mean, I do have a 14-year-old, but she could care less about the net. She doesn't care anything about it whatsoever.
Oh, that's right there.
So she's about coding and stuff like that. So she could care less about that. But I will admit, you're right. There's things that exist now that did not exist when my kids were young. So you're correct. It was easier back in my day when my kids were young because I took my daughters all her electronics for a year. So yeah, it was easy.
You took her electronics? A year?
Yes, for the entire school year.
It's crazy word.
For the entire school year. Yep.
She had access to her friends.
Oh yeah, that's straight child abuse. Okay, so I gotta kind of move us back to.
Let me say one thing real quick. G, I don't know if you have a time to look at Black Girls Code.
Yeah, Black Girls Code.
And I just want to tell Lisa my feelings have been hurt because she didn't call us darkies about a million times this room. She like she didn't call us darkies.
Hey, but I love you.
We're too dark for that. Don't be doing that, Lisa.
I love my
No, there's something behind that, but go ahead.
Walking to bury is sweeter, you know what?
Well, I'm just saying, there's a little inside joke behind that. I'm not doing it to be disrespectful, but there's an inside joke where I was being called darky because I was the darkest one where I was working at one point in time. But anyway, okay, so anybody else want to comment on that about Pornhub and Rwanda before we move back to talking about this ruling? Because I was going to let you listen to... I know you guys love arguing with each other, and it might be more fun, but Roland Martin had a little thing he wanted to say about it, which might be interesting, and maybe he'll speak in a language that you guys can understand a little bit better. What am I talking about? Just the way he breaks it down, though. And then another thing that's also on the menu, that goddamn Jeff Bezos paid $50 million for a wedding. That, you know what you can do with $50 million, and they're not going to even be married for, 10 years? I don't... $50 million on a wedding. I thought you were worried about... Well, who gives a fuck about the prenup? I thought you guys were worried about starvation, children, education, the world going to hell, and you spent $50 million on a wedding.
The same coochie you can give for 25 cents.
That's the coochie you can give for $25.
Ain't that crazy? My bitch love
That somehow.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's
He
crazy.
didn't work hard, but you know what though? I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. He said he didn't work hard to get to that point in life where he can do that. He didn't borrow it.
It's just the severity of it.
It is ridiculous though. I ain't gonna lie.
That is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I would be embarrassed.
You have a bomb wedding for $1 million. For real.
I wouldn't spend that money on her. You know what she did to freaking his wife? She went and she had her brother leak their text messages to ruin their marriage. Wow. Sanchez ain't shit. That chick ain't shit. I want to spend $50 million.
You get Nathan's, yo.
And then she said, I didn't know how my brother got the messages. Her brother leaked all they fucking text messages.
Oh my God.
What was in the text messages? Like, what was it?
I have to Google it. This shit was so many years ago.
Was she cheating though? Like she was cheating or something?
Bro, we don't.
No, he was having an affair with. So they were married. You got a woman that's working, allows you to buy some bullshit and keep it in your goddamn garage while you motherfucking selling it and holding the fucking family down so you can develop Amazon. She helped build fucking Amazon. She was working. He was selling shit out the garage, and then he go meet some raggedy ass Hispanic Sanchez chick. And he fucking around, and then she gives the messages to her brother, who fucking sends it to the fucking media, and then she finds out, and she gets it. Like this, like I wouldn't spend $50 million on her ass. She was a mom.
I shot dude.
Like
Go ahead.
flip on the clam.
Go ahead. I shot him. Go ahead.
She got some bomb pussy.
Her lips are all blown out. Her lips are all blown out like Flip on the Clown and shit.
Whose vagina are you talking about? What's going on?
Who's got the cake?
Who's vagina? Where you
Lauren
talking
Sanchez. That's her name. Lauren Sanchez.
Who is she?
For $25,000. That's the
$50
thing.
million pussy is crazy.
Wow.
She went up in the thing with Katy Perry too, or is that someone else?
I don't know these people.
Yeah, me.
You remember they were at some kind of party and they ran across somebody famous. I don't know, maybe it was Brad Pitt or somebody. And all her attention went to that other man. Don't y'all remember seeing that? I think it was last year. They were at some event and somebody like him, shook his hand and she was all over that dude.
So, okay, I'm not trying to cut this conversation off. Anybody want to add us to this? Because they have officially renamed the USNS Harvey Milk. Well, I have all the military people in here. And then, which is really crazy, you guys have to really look into stuff. So down, I kept scrolling down to see if anything was different about what was going on. And then there was a quote here saying that we're returning. Wait, let me go get it. Fuck, I hate when I do that. We're returning the military to because you know Harvey Milk was gay, right? So it says we're returning the military to the manly warrior days. I'm sorry. So they wiping off Harvey Milk's name off of the side of this ship so they can turn it back into the manly warrior days of the military. What does that mean? Y'all know what it means. I'm just messing with you. So that's what happened. It's been renamed. I can't find the name on here though. It is the.
That's kind of messed up though, because Harvey Milk was in the military, and the reason why they named it after him because of the stuff that he did.
Oh, here it is. Secretary John Phelan. He said that indicating ships' names would be reviewed with change to reestablish the warrior culture. Is that y'all not the warrior culture? If your ship's name Harvey Milk, Harry or Harvey or whatever his name was, that's crazy.
He was a warrior. He was in the military, so they named it after him.
Girl, they trying to we not good. They are making sure make you understand what's really going on. All right, so. Anybody want to comment on that before we keep going down the menu here? Anybody? Okay, so then also on the menu is Trump is talking about some bullshit that have to do with Iran. I gotta go back to that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Hold on for a second.
While you find that, Lisa, I just want to give a quick update on that toddler in the airport that was slammed on the floor by a Belarus man.
When? What?
Yeah, in a Moscow airport, a Belarus man saw an Iranian child.
Oh my God, I've seen that. That was oh my God.
It's the most deplorable video. And we have to talk
Can
about it.
Can you put that in the chat so I can look at it?
Oh my God, that was so deplorable.
Pull it up.
You don't want to see it.
You really don't want to see it though, Lisa,
So I know
because it's
who the verbally assault.
Tears are coming from my eyes. Oh my God, yo, thank you, Daddy, thank you. Oh. That shit made me cry, y'all.
Yeah, it'll really make you cry. I'm for
The
real.
child's in stable condition, y'all.
Whose
That's all I
child
wanted
is
to say.
it? Whose child is it?
It's an Iranian kid, and it's not like the mom left him alone. She just turned away for a second. It's really hurts.
So how
Belarus, what do you expect?
y'all put that in the chat so I can look at it? I don't see it yet. When y'all put it in the chat, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
I ain't looking it up because I don't want to look at it.
All right, I have not seen it. I want to, not that I need to be seeing horrific shit, but I just want.
I'll do something without the actual video, but you know.
No,
if you want to see the video.
All right.
Yeah.
When you see that video, that shit gonna make you really sick. It's gonna really hurt you.
So, and he was arrested, right, and charged with attempted murder of an infant.
Yeah, immediately. He's being interrogated, prosecuted, detained.
Could you imagine, like, your kid getting fucking slammed and to the point that your baby is in the freaking hospital? Like, that shit is fucking sad. If you see that shit gonna make you tear.
Yeah, I think that we should not be wasting all of our money on these type of trials and just go ahead and just give them the firing squad.
No, somebody needs to slam that nigga on his motherfucking head. That's what needs to happen. And let him live.
That's so easy. The motherfucker needs to be tortured to death.
I agree. No, and let him live with the torture.
That's what I'm saying, for days.
Torture and let him bleed out.
And then it's like juxtaposition, that's one extreme, but there's another instance, and I wonder if y'all saw this video already, where there was a kid's recital, right? An outdoor recital, and then this one kid was bullying another kid, right? Like passive aggressively, nothing serious, but still not nice, right? Something you gotta correct and address. Mm-hmm. In that moment, the father gets up and spears him like Goldberg from WWE right there on the stage.
Well, goddamn. The bully's dad or the bully's dad?
That was the boy that was getting bullied. But
well, his dad came flying through, huh?
This kid was not even 4 years old, 3 years old. Though everybody stopped everything and they jumped the dad. It was insane. It reminded me of this Belarus man. Like they're doing this on purpose. I don't know why.
Have you guys seen the Belarusian that played Coco Gauff for the French Open? How she screams and yells like a demon? Like, I'm telling you, these Belarusians have a fucking problem. I think all of them are crazy.
It's deeper. It's about the Zionism, because he said they did a smash cut clip where they showed another Zionist saying it's not enough that we kill our enemies. You have to kill the children of the enemies. And that is...
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, their mindset is really...
I'll go get that link. It'll be better.
Okay. Oh, that sounds... All of that is horrible. I didn't mean to go down such a morbid path.
I know, but I just had to say it in the baby's in stable condition, or the toddler, is in stable condition, and they say it's a miracle that if his head was a little bit different, like it could have been very different, what just happened. So, thank God.
Okay.
Lisa, not to take away from that, but I read a story about a soldier whose son was born in the U.S. Now, I guess he's a grown man now, but if you're born, like he's born in Germany, all right? If you're born from a military member overseas, you're already a citizen. He's been deported to Jamaica for some reason. I don't know. I didn't get the whole story. I'm going to read up more on
it. They need to deport Ted Cruz.
Yes, take him now. Canada don't want his ass. Let's send him to El Salvador.
I think we'll have more reverence in this room if we open with breaking news like Lisa normally does, and we don't let anybody steamroll this conversation, because, there's a lot coming out on the headlines. There's just a lot.
Do you have something right now before we move on? Because we always open with breaking news. You guys know that. We always open up the 420 with breaking for you guys to bring what you have, what's important to you, what's exciting to you, what's interesting to you. Break it, because we might not have seen it. Some of us have jobs. Some of us are on county assistants. Some of us are just broke and unmotivated Negroes.
We forget, you know, it's easy to forget because so much shit's going down. So it is important to bring up what means something to you, what's resonating with you.
With you, exactly. So once again, y'all jump in. I'm looking at a story about Como. We got stories about, we haven't even got into birthright ruling because we've been everywhere. They're jumping in Crockett. Anybody know that they're going after Crockett again, and we know why. And then there's some news that Trump disrespected an African reporter. Does anybody know about that? I told you. Oh God, where is that story?
Hey Lisa.
Breaking news.
I just wanted to, no, it's not breaking. I just wanted to let you know I went down a rabbit hole looking at the Nebraska news and them crying about them losing their farm. I mean, they are going to end up selling them farms for pennies. And this one lady, she did an interview on her own. She said her and her husband are losing everything. They own a cattle ranch. They're losing everything because all of them Mexicans is gone. And then they showed the job listing, talking about they're gonna pay $11 an hour, and they're crying because no Black people are applying for this job. Picking blueberries 7 days a week, $11 an hour for 10 hours a day, and they're mad because no Black people have applied for this job. They honestly believe Trump when he said that the Mexicans are taking our job.
Are they advertising to only Black people? Is this like, is it?
No, it's not. But they literally thought, because Trump said the Mexicans was taking their jobs, that once the Mexicans was gone, the Black people were going to take them jobs.
Listen, they don't even know why people will take that job like that. No, we're too soft. Nobody's going to take two jobs.
Let Bill Gates buy that farm.
I don't want that.
And they all voted for Trump. They said 89% of the people in that town voted for Trump. And now they're all losing their shit.
Well, fuck them.
They
fucked around and they found.
I would like to say that I finally survived and crossed through that state they call New York, and I am finally back in Philadelphia in the warm embrace.
Thank you, Secret.
It surprised me how quickly the assassination of lawmakers just gets erased from the news. So it was nice today to see that Biden came to the funeral of Melissa Berman.
What happened to the guy who was arrested? We went on dark after we saw the crime in 420. We went on dark. Is he been arraigned? Has anything happened to this guy? What's anybody got an update on him before we move on from?
Well, the last I heard, he got charged with some. It was really dumb. Like they didn't charge him with first degree murder because apparently it wasn't premeditated, even though he had a manifesto and he planned everything out. Somehow it wasn't premeditated. I don't know. I don't understand.
Was he white?
Yep.
He's close.
Oh my God! I don't think that's gonna work.
What is close mean? What is going on?
I know, Minnesota. We don't know what happened to that guy.
Moses, come here. Pull up, Moses.
Okay, so any other breaking news? Because someone in your room, someone either in the Politically Correct or in 420, I don't know if it was April, whoever said about they're trying to build a alligator Alcatraz. Y'all remember that story?
Oh, at the airport?
Yes.
That's not the airport. They're using some parts of the Everglades is an abandoned airport.
Yes. I saw that.
I expect them to get locked up with the gators on. God damn.
You know how precious that ecosystem is? That is not something to be put in trust.
Okay, she said it's been blocked.
It's actually not.
Alpha Barbie. Hi, Alpha Barbie. Welcome to 420 Alpha Barbie. Okay, so coalition group today sued Donald's administration over the plans to build a detention center in the Everglades that he has dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. This is your president, I swear. Y'all, come on, MAGA people. Y'all, please write down some of this shit and remember some of the dumbness that we have to listen to for the next 4 years. Alligator Alcatraz. They sued and it's been blocked. The massive detention center will blight one of the most iconic ecosystems in the world, says Elise Bennett, Florida and Caribbean director at the Center for Biological Diversity. It's a reckless attack on the Everglades, the lifeblood of Florida, risk of polluting sensitive waters and turning more endangered Florida panthers, that's nice, into roadkill. It makes no sense to build what's essentially a new development in the Everglades for any reason. But this reason is particularly despicable.
Lisa, you know what Laura, she said ecological biodiversity. That's all Trump heard, and he said, oh, hell no. Your gators is woke. We got to get rid of the gators. They're woke.
It's supposed to be federally protected, the area that they're doing it in. And it's like, it's considered the wetland. So I don't know how they got it bypassed through the NEPA or the ESA. So
Not the DEI gators.
I don't know, Patty, but that was funny, the DEI gators. Okay, so, well, we cleared that up for you guys. It's been halted. Let's see what else. I wanted to find, okay, hold on. I'm trying to find the article about the Trump disrespecting the African reporter. Anybody see that? Has anyone saw that?
No, haven't heard of that yet.
Okay, I gotta try to pull it up. I got too many windows open.
yeah, I always disrespect.
You talking about that peace deal that he did with Rwanda and Congo?
Yeah, we've been arguing about that for 3 hours. Where you been? It's like
I wasn't on.
people gonna meet me outside over that shit. It's like, what the? It's been horrible, and we know why. Do you know why? You want to add something to it before I try to find this other article? No, something that we don't know about it.
Let me check in with my friend Mimi. Mimi, did you want to say anything? I mean,
Yeah. No, I'm at work just listening to you.
oh, okay. Just wanted to check on you, sis. Good to see you.
All right, girl.
Hey,
How about you?
Stephanie. I might be in Cali. I might need to get my hair done.
What's up?
Have you
Yeah,
guys,
Mimi.
have you
We're coming to support you. Yeah, we will.
She did y'all's friends hair. She did Kimberly's hair.
Okay. Who? Kamala?
Kamala.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, she did. Oh, that's awesome.
have you
Don't
guys
do my hair like Kamala though. I don't.
Go lay down, Patty.
Yeah, we about 10 years.
You just like a round.
I don't lay down. First lady, you putting us all on a nap. Everybody go take a nap.
Yes.
have you guys seen the
I'll point
video?
you to your little cubby holes.
Exactly.
like her
When you
hairstyle.
wake up, you get a snap.
Well, I mean, she for her age.
Yeah, for her age.
Yeah, for her age, it definitely fits. And I liked her low lights, or like her low lights that she.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're nice. My grandma do her hair like that.
Good night, Patty.
She did when she was her
Y'all want her to have a lace front or something.
I don't care about no lace fronts. I just need her to. I just want my hair straight. That's it. I don't want little curls, the little bumps. Okay.
I have one more headline when you're ready, Seth.
Well, okay, hold on. I found one of the black journalists, and I found out that this black journalist is really beautiful. I'm looking at her picture, and I don't know what the fuck he said to her. So let me play this. It says, I heard that he disrespected her. Now, I find this, of course, the New York Post is going to turn into some other dumb shit. Trump left in awe by beautiful reporter. Could be the end of my political career. What the fuck? I see her talking to him in the little clip. She's very beautiful. I think she's from the Congo. Like, we don't have very fucking beautiful people. Are you fucking surprised, Trump? Okay, so hold on. Let me play this. and then we can go back to fighting about some other stuff.
How can you surprise people with like
The number one food for regular PM. Okay, let's see.
Not really, yeah. Hold on.
By adding more flavors to it.
Ay.
Wait, I need to know about your birthday.
Am I holding? Go ahead, April, because I have
No,
when I
go
click
ahead.
on this,
I said I need to know about your regular PMs because I'm on Manjaro, girl. You can't.
Oh my God! Thanks for that bit of information.
I know you're concerned for me. I know. I can feel it over you.
Sponsored by Dude Whites.
Yeah, I love Dude Whites. If y'all men don't have, that's one thing, ladies, from now on, when you go over some guy's house and he invites you to his restaurant, or you ask to use the restaurant, if he doesn't have Dude Whites visible, turn and run. Okay, so let me play this.
What are dude wipes? You mean to wipe our balls?
Turn and run. Now, okay. What's going?
They're extra large baby wipes. Like
There's nothing wrong with doing
I said there was nothing wrong with dude wipes. I just asked what are dude wipes.
you can get your grass clean.
Amazon. While you're on your phone, go straight to Amazon.
Okay, so before dude wipes, I was one of them dudes. I would go wet toilet tissue, put soap on it.
But no, that crumble, what happens when you do that is you get crumbs all over yourself because it breaks
No,
down.
but what you do? No, hold on. Let me finish. When I finish, and then after I use the wet one. Can I finish? After I use the wet one, then I'll use the dry one to wipe the residue.
I don't want to spray toilet water up my ass.
Listen,
Give that
all
to
you
the
gotta
friend.
do is get some Clorox wipes, and that's it.
If you haven't had none in a long time, you can force the.
Hey, that might be a good idea.
Make it breathe a little harder.
Your ass. Woo, child, I'm dying. I over having palpitations. That was the funniest shit. Maybe first. Get so Clorox. So if I see too many things of Clorox wipes in your face, on that side, but at least I know you clean on some kind of level. You might.
Clorox wipes is crazy.
Is that funny? Can you imagine wiping your ass with Clorox?
Bleach and it'll help with COVID.
Remy did that.
Well, can I ask if you wipe it around your little pee area, does it burn, fellas?
No. I'm gonna tell you this much though. I was taught.
He said no.
Can I finish?
You need to get your
Not as much as an alcohol test.
Can I finish?
I'm just.
I don't know, can you?
I'm share this in blood.
I think your laugh track. I guess it's too
Because I
funny.
had a turtleneck. Because I had a turtleneck. So I was like.
What the fuck is
I think you should have stopped being turtleneck, sir.
It's not it.
It's a turtleneck that gets neck.
So I'm finishing. I'm giving education on men. So yeah, you know.
Oh, this is for Sunday.
Save that for Sunday, bruh.
So I had a turtleneck. So I was talking from the back. Every time I pee, you know, I used to wash. I used to wipe. My father and my mother taught me that, but I cut it off though. A lot of females didn't want to give me head, so I cut it off.
What the hell?
Yo, Dad, you're scared of the fucking shit, bro.
That you wildin' today, boy. That wild.
What did I shit here?
Congratulations, though.
Stand up for that. What are you doing right now?
Hey, Dad.
My.
What time is
I
it?
just threw up in my mouth and I swallowed it.
My face is hot.
You're out of pocket today. What are you listening to? A video or something?
Wait, okay. All right. And it's all because of April. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
April saying dude wipes. That's crazy.
No, she's the one talking about, never mind. Let me not get started. Okay, so this is what happened in the White House. The woman is gorgeous. Trump, you know how he can't turn his head all the way, he has to turn his whole body? He literally turned his whole fucking head to see her. I ain't never seen his head turn completely to one side. She's standing next to him. She's gorgeous. If you guys can pull it up. She's, you know, I mean,
She got the same haircut my grandma got.
I leave her alone. And this is, I don't want to say anything negative about the other African American females who cover the White House, but she is, let me just play.
They know your name. They know that your president named President Trump is working hard to finally bring peace to the country. I saw they have hope now for a better day in Congo.
That's why
they see 1 year away as a better future for Congo. And I had the opportunity to sit down with President Tshisekedi for an interview because I want to understand his mind, what he's thinking, his feeling about everything that your administration is doing. And he told me firsthand that for many years, many American presidents overlooked this conflict. They didn't do nothing. Even myself, I covered I pressed many times about this conflict. People are dying.
And you know this girl